welcome back to my channel. It's the girl Ladonna, Ladonna, and for today's video I'm going to be telling you guys a little story time. I'm going to incorporate two stories into one because the first story is really not that long of a story. It's also not very interesting. So I'm going to incorporate two stories into one. Also, I'm going to be giving myself a challenge. I am going to be taking a shot every time I say the words or the word like. So if I say or if I say like anytime during the story, I have to take a shot. I have this badass shot alcohol dispenser thing. There is actually a name for these. I just forgot, but it is so badass. I got it from my fiance for Christmas. So I'm gonna be pouring out a shot from this anytime I say the words or the words like. So let's get right into this story time. So it started in Turks and Caicos. I had moved from St. Vincent to Turks and Caicos. And also, if you guys want to hear the part 2 to my adoption story, let me know. I will do that. But at this point, I'm already in Turks and Caicos. There was this, I said didn't I? Okay, that doesn't count, y'all, because honestly, this is my second attempt at filming this video, so I already have a couple shots in me. So we're gonna forget that part, okay? I was in Turks and Caicos, and there was this guy that I was really interested in. He was also interested in me, but I was new to that country, and so I guess he had already have like his group of friends and things like that. So see, I didn't say I said So anyway, yeah. So oh my god, I still flicking said it. I said I need to stop. Like, I'm gonna get myself drunk. What the hell? I'm pouring small shots because I know myself. Like, I will get drunk because I say a lot, which is why I wanted to challenge myself. Cheers. Happy Friday, by the way. Okay, back to my story. So this guy he liked me. There was other females that was interested in him, and so it was just a very flicking weird situation. But I was really, I think, like, I would honestly even say probably obsessed. Like, I was a teenager, like I was in my early teens, so I guess you can say I was infatuated or whatever the term is that you might want to use in this situation. So that whole thing happened, and then my family and I were living like in one area. In certain Turks and Caicos, we have this place called Providenciales. So we were living in Providenciales, and we moved from one area to like the other area. And then when we moved there, we were living in a house, but right next to our house was like an apartment complex. And in this apartment complex, there was this girl. Okay, she was like, in my eyes, I was like, baby, you're cute. But again, like, I didn't know what it was to be gay or be a lesbian. I didn't really know what that was. I just thought this female was cute, and that was all there is to that. I don't think anything really happened until maybe like later on. I don't know what happened, where it happened, how it happened, but I just remember like me and this girl making out a couple of times. I remember, like, I think there was either like a school or a church or some type of building next to our houses, and we'll go over there like after school, whatever, and just make out. Like, I even had one of my friends a part of the whole scenario. So it was just like a very like interested thing. Like, I was trying to like explore, and so it started out with that. And then I was like, I'm feeling something here that I wasn't really feeling with this one guy that I like. And keep in mind, with this guy, we never kissed, we never did anything. So I was like, there is something here that I'm feeling that I'm not really feeling when I'm talking to this guy or when I'm hanging out with this guy. And so I didn't say I said and. And so that was that. She was like my first like little female, encounter type of thing that I've really ever had. And I honestly, this is not really part of the story, but I remember one Christian person, I can't remember, telling me that the minute you have the lesbian spirit or demon in you, it's the hardest thing to get rid of. And I just want to tell that person, if you're watching this now, shut the hell up, okay? Mind your business, okay? Drink some water, mind your business. Anyway, I would never forget that, because I was like, sir, ma'am, I don't remember who you were, never asked you for your opinion. But that's that. So I thought I had something here, but I don't. And then, you know, so that was like my only little fling in Turks and Caicos. And then I moved to Toronto, Canada, and this was like the world. Like I realized there was such a big community, like such a big LGBTQ plus community here that I didn't know of. Keep in mind, like I only had one female I really kissed with, like that. I think that's as far as we got, right? And so I came here and I was like, there's pretty ass. Okay, sorry. There's pretty ass females everywhere you turn. I was like, yo, I am having feelings. I am feeling all type of thing that I didn't know I was feeling, and it was just like everywhere. And don't get me wrong, like I didn't really completely cut the thought of guys out. Like I was like, okay, Luna, you're still a teenager, maybe, you know. So I still ended up, even in Toronto, I still talked to, I think, a guy or two, but it was just never, it just never made me feel the way that like talking to a female made me feel, you know what I mean? But I didn't completely write guys off because I really was trying to figure out myself as a person, figure out what I'm interested in, who I'm interested in. And so I didn't just want to like shut the door on myself and just be like, yeah, you're a lesbian now. No, I didn't really want to do that. I kind of wanted to see if that was really who I am. Like I knew it, but I just didn't want to write it off completely. So excuse me, I don't have coronavirus, by the way. You know what's funny? Anytime somebody coughs or like sneezes, you're like, disclaimer, I don't have coronavirus. But yeah, so flick. I said did I say anytime before and didn't take a shot? Like, you guys let me know, because I was talking, I didn't really pay attention to it, but let me know. I just realized that I said just now, so I'm gonna be taking this shot. Ugh. Cheers. So after some years, I was like, yo, I've tried to talk to guys, it just doesn't tickle my fancy. I was never like sexually attracted to guys. I was never like attracted to them in the way that I was attracted to, like, females actually gave me butterflies. Guys never gave me butterflies. So it was like, you know, like it was just a whole lot of things that went into, you know, just me figuring out that, hey, like I like who I like, and that was that. So, and my friends also knew this before I think like I even verbalized this to them. They just knew. I don't know if it's the way I carried myself, I don't know what it was, but my friends just knew that I was a lesbian before I even verbalized this to them. Now, the coming out part to my family was not as dramatic as you think it would seem. So after figuring out, all right, Luna, you know, you're not into guys, that's just not who you are, it doesn't bring you joy, it doesn't excite you, it doesn't give you the emotions, and you know, like that's just not you. It was time to tell my family. And I can't remember if it's one of my sisters or I think it's one of my sisters. I just don't remember which sister it was. But they would constantly ask me, do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a boyfriend? I would always say no. And one day, I will never forget the day, I was in the bathroom at my brother's house, and one of my siblings called me. I think it was my sister who called me. And she was like, do you have a boyfriend? And I was like, no, I'm not into guys. And she was like, oh, I already knew that. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? And that was honestly how I came out to my sister. And I've never had to come out to any of my other siblings. Like, it was just an unspoken thing. I never had to come out to any one of them. They just welcomed me and supported me with whatever I want to do with my life. And I think that's the best thing I have with my siblings, is that they don't judge me. Like, they are so open and supportive to whatever I want to do. And their biggest things to me is, as long as you're happy. Like, they always say that to me, as long as you're happy, as long as you're happy. So I've never had to come out to my siblings. They have met one of my ex before. They have met my fiance right now, and they've welcomed everyone that I introduced them to with open arms. And that was really my coming out story to my siblings. It was nothing dramatic. Then it was time to tell my dad. So my dad is a very old school guy. He's not in this country. He's back home. So I kind of just told him on the phone. I was like, hey, Dad, like, I don't have a boyfriend. I think he just kept asking me if I had a boyfriend or whatever. And I was like, no, I don't have a boyfriend. I have a girlfriend. And that was that. I think, though, up to this day, he doesn't really grasp me being, like, a lesbian. I think for him, it's just, like, he knows of Raquel. He talked to Raquel. They get along fine. But I think for him, it's just, like, once he doesn't really pay attention to it, it doesn't exist. You know what I mean? Like, he accepts it. But I don't think he truly understands or grasps the concept of, hey, like, one day I'm gonna get married to a female. Like, I don't think he truly gets that. But he's never shown me any, you know, any negativity. He's never been negative to Raquel or anything like that. So once my family accepts who I am as a person, I felt so relaxed, so was ease. And keep in mind, this all happened like in my early teens. So like, I've been out of the closet for like a very long time. But you guys wanted to hear the story. That's just the story. I figured I would tell you guys a little bit about that. I'm taking it, all right? Hold on, I'm taking it. Now, I was gonna also include that time my friends were ready to catch a charge for me, because it goes hand in hand with this story. It was about one of my exes. Things got very heated. My friends pulled up to my apartment. They were kicking on the doors. They were calling my name out. They were ready to fight, okay? But I just realized I have been filming for almost 12 minutes now, and I really don't like to make very long videos. But if you guys really want to hear that story time, guys, it was one to remember. Like, I would never forget that night. It was, and it's a bittersweet thing because I was like in a very toxic and very abusive relationship. And I'm not trying to like throw dirt on my ex or anything, because hey, it takes two hands to clap. But I'm just saying, like, it was such a toxic situation to be in. But my friends, they were ready to ride. Like, they were there on time by my door, physically kicking on doors, calling my name to get my ass out that house. If you guys want to hear that story, leave a comment below and just be like, yes. Just, that's all you gotta say is yes. All right, and I will make that video for you guys ASAP. I promise. But in the meantime, between time, subscribe, like, comment, turn on that notification bell thingy, that little bell thingy. Turn it on so you can know every time I post. Share my video with your friends, your family, your cousin, your uncles, your nan, your and I'm not even turned yet. So I'm gonna film until about 14 minutes. So for the next couple of seconds, I'm gonna be taking shots. With y'all. If you have a shot glass, if you have something to drink, grab it. Let's take a shot. Toast to you. Cheers to you. Hope you're being good. Hope you're living a good life. Hope you're being your best self. And be true to you. Hope you're being true to you. That is what I'm cheering for. Cheers for you being true to you. Salud. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know, like I said, if you guys want to hear that story about my friends ready to fight for me. Let me know if you guys want to hear that. And until then, I love you guys, and I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch my video. I'm not drunk, I promise. I promise. But I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch my video. Hope you guys like it, and I will see you next time. Bye.